Okay, we are now live. I think the mic is working. Let me just post it on Twitter, let everyone know that we have started. So as always, what we will do is I will start with hold on a second. Alright, what we'll do is we'll start with kind of updates of new mechanics. The water, the level editor, because there's been some really great updates. So, let's see, Chris says added water detail mesh, better inspector labels for water, shader for water detail, and water splash. So let's go back to that. Right now, a lot of what I've been doing today is kind of getting ready for the name change announcement. So we're taking kind of high-res screenshots, and as a matter, and I would love to get your guys. Wow, this actually turned out really well. But I'd love to get your feedback on different color schemes that you guys like. Someone also suggested, so this is what it looks like in the game, which I think would be great, you know, as a desktop wallpaper, because then you can have room for your icons and stuff, and then still some cool visuals over here. Yeah, I like took a whole bunch of these screenshots, and then I realized, I realized the line was actually too thick. So you can see with the thick lines, you were doing the sample distance at 1, and you're actually losing all the details in the windows. And then I for some reason I thought that was the thinnest line I could get. Again, here this is with sample distance 1, and then at some point I realized I can actually go down to sample distance 0.5, and then you can actually see the windows pretty clearly. So anyway, that's that. And then I was also playing with these two-tone versions, which are very easy to do because we can just change the background color and the line color. By the way, I just ordered wireless headphones because this cord has been really bothering me. This one I think is kind of cool, kind of a classic old school style, you know, blue with white. The thing with white lines on blue doesn't actually look as good. This is not bad too. This I think is probably a little bit too harsh for a desktop wallpaper. This is really easy on the eyes, I think. As is this one. So what I'm actually having a really hard time deciding which ones I like best. So I think what I'm going to do is just release like 50 versions. Well, no, I'll do like 5 two-tone color schemes and then 1 original color. So we'll probably have like 50 wallpapers for people to choose from. That's going to be my task this weekend, is getting all the aspect ratios right. The purple one on Twitter, yeah, I think the purple one is this one. Yeah, this one turned out really well. But there's still, I need to do a bit of cleanup because you can see that there's some stuff here. It might not be such a big problem. Hello, Laura. But yeah, I would prefer not to have to do anything in Photoshop, and just have it all inside the engine. But in orthographic mode, our artifact test doesn't actually work as well. We might also put out some of these for people that like perspective mode. But anyway, let's go back to and check out what Chris has done. So this is game feel. All right, let's save this. Yes. There's one thing I really want to check out in a bit, which is this new Iron Giant trailer. Apparently there's like there's a new one, and this is the old one, and there's like my friend Nick is describing it as pre-inception and post-inception. So let's see here. Let's see what Chris has done. Alright, added water detail mesh, better inspector labels for water, shaders for water detail, and water splash. Alright. Oops. We are getting compiler errors. Hold on, I need to resolve some files first. Yes, accept source. Okay, so this is the new water scene. I think everything else has been disabled. Oh man, what's going on here? Hold on a second. We're having some compiler problems. I'm not really sure what's going on. I think it might be in our MIDI controller. I think it has something to do with this guy not being labeled correctly. Yeah, I renamed him. I renamed this thing. Fuck. This might be a problem. Never mind, I think this should be fine. Ambriashir. Yikes. Where are we getting these problems? Hold on, let me clear this up. Waterfall controller. Oh, man. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it says it takes 7 arguments. Right, so it looks like this is being one, two, three, four. So it says it doesn't take 7 arguments. Hello, by the way, Ambriashir and Ed Realfer. It looks like it's being we're doing this here, but we're not taking 7 arguments, and this is Okay, well, I have no idea actually what this thing does, so let's get waterfall draw sections. So this is the stuff that's drawing the waterfall. I wonder if, since we're only seeing one call to it, wow, it's like so frickin' yikes. Wow, this is really complicated. This function to draw, this is like a 400 line function that draws the waterfall mesh. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. It's one of those things that I'm not sure how I'm going to maintain this code once Chris is gone. All right, hold on. Let's try to solve this. So it says it's only taking. I'm wondering if maybe we can just temporarily fix this to say that it's only taking 4. Right, so let's just get rid of the 3 in the back, just to see what happens. Hey BTN Games, how's it going? I'm not using ReSharper. Yeah, I'm not really good when it comes to programming. I'm just gonna. Let's go with this and see if it works. Duh. Create an overload just to compile and then throw not implemented. Alright, well let me, hold on, I just checked it out. Maybe this will be fine. Fuck. Hold on, I'm actually talking to Chris right now, so let me just tell him what the problem is. Was it that get water? It's called is putting in 7. Yes, it's a get dying. Alright, let's see, let's go back here. Hey, Lays Low Corti, maybe take a look at the argument names and try to match them with the variable names on the call side. Well, I think knowing that this is that here it's taking 7 and then that's the function itself only takes 4. I think it's just I think it might not be the latest version that Chris has pushed, but yeah, I think it's supposed to like draw stuff on the side that'll give it looks like our edge detection shader has been turned off as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back on. I believe that one should be edge detection purse. This is it. Right, because we basically had these like side. Right, I think it looks like what happened was Chris actually forgot to save the file, so he'll fix that in just a bit and then send an update. And then let me just why does Slack keep disappearing? What is up with this? Slack. yeah, if I delete those extra arguments, it does work for now. So anyway, so yeah, that just I think Chris just forgot to save the latest update, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make these. I'm gonna color these blocks correctly. Let's make them both. Just go ahead and make these environments so that they actually have the... So objects that are tagged environment, they actually have the gravity colors shown on them. Otherwise they keep their vertex colors. Alright, let's wait for this waterfall to descend. So we should see it. So it looks like we are able to rotate to the water from both directions. But that still needs quite a bit of work. Yes. Alright, so what I'm going to do is when you hold shift... Oh, actually that's a problem. I was going to make it so that when you hold shift, you walk slowly. And then, yeah. The border is missing a shader. It's supposed to be this like this ripple, but I'm just gonna, yeah. I don't think it's. We don't need to worry about that just now. Yeah. Because Chris will fix it, and then he actually is more familiar with the code, so I think he can do it a lot faster. So yeah, right now there's no edge detection. I think there should be edge detection on both sides of the water. Also, I'm not sure about this like transparency. I think it should just be opaque. So apparently our edge detection shader on Mac is broken. Let's see here. Yeah, the transparency looks really weird. Eventually I will dive into the water. Tree is still broken. Okay, so it looks like we still have the bug where sometimes the water just bursts into place. All right, let's yeah, I don't let's see here. Let's see what's Alright, so I needed to uncheck initialize on awake on the tree. Because you saw the trees, the cubes, it's like before the tree had even grown into place. Right. So see, I don't actually want the cubes showing until I've grown the tree. Hey, BTN Games. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time on it. Eventually I'll need to to dig into. Eventually I'll need to dig into the shader for the water. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw that water burst. It like that the first time we bent it, it didn't do this like walking thing. It just did it just like burst into place. Hey, Stuff Matt does. How's it going? Yeah, our edge detection shaders are not just the water shader is currently broken. Right, also our particles stay, which is a problem. Yeah, right now the problem with transparency is like stuff in the distance gets drawn on top. So the way the edge detection shader works is that as the lines get further away, they actually are drawn much lighter, so that they're close to the background. They're really close to the background color. What happens when you have transparency is that it's actually this water right now. You notice that there aren't any edges on it. It's actually being rendered after everything else has been rendered. And this creates a problem, which is that I think these lines look fine. The black lines on the water looks fine, but when it's but the lighter lines showing through actually end up looking too weird. You know, I could probably fix this water shader right now. I don't actually know what Exploding Kittens is. Water current. All right, let's see here. I think we actually just don't want this line. Is I think what's going on. Why is it flashing every now and then? I'm not. Are you Ed Riof? Are you talking about the screen? I'm actually not sure. Right, because I actually think we want this one to be opaque and not do this. Shaders, you said you don't code, but aren't those shaders written in code? No, I do code. I do code. What I meant was, what I mean to say is I'm now, back in March I got backed by, I mean I worked on the game alone for about 2 years and did all the coding and everything. And then back in March, I got backed by Indie Fund. I was able to bring on some programmers to help me, and it's really more just from a production standpoint, it doesn't really make sense for me to be coding right now because, for one, I think both Chris and David are better programmers than I am, just in terms of kind of organizing large bodies of code, because I never studied it formally. But, and so it's like I can figure stuff out given enough time, and I am very comfortable with shader coding, but that's because like shader scripting, it's all inside that one script. But the stuff I was talking about earlier, like that one problem with the get dying waterfall, it's like it would just take me so much longer to try to figure out the exact problem. I'd have to first understand what Chris did, and it just doesn't. It's like, well, it would take me, 30 minutes to an hour, and he would know within 2 minutes exactly where the issue is and fix that. So it's like I'll just wait for him to do that, and then in the meantime I can spend my time doing stuff that he's not able to take care of. So yeah, that's kind of this is definitely one of those things that I'm. Yeah, so so the problem with the edge detection is that it's only being drawn on one side. Oh yeah, so see now we've actually made it opaque. So like I know enough when it comes to shaders, right? Because basically what you want to do, what I changed there, the fix was instead of putting the render type as transparent and the Q as transparent, I made it opaque. So now it's being rendered at the same time as the rest of the geometry, which is why it's no longer transparent. So yeah, I mean I know enough. I can go inside and fix things when I have to. It's just I feel like nowadays it's just not like the most efficient use of my time. Okay, so it looks like it's the back face is being drawn. Yeah, I know what's going on. So I think there are two passes, and the back face is being rendered. What? Oh, exploding kittens. Yeah, okay. I remember that. The the oatmeal guy. But then again, not having transparent water also looks kind of weird. Doesn't it? Okay, so it's like it's transparent on one side and opaque on the other. Let's take a look at the water, see where it's Okay, so we're doing object pooling, so I think it looks like it generates like 1,000. There's like 1,000 blocks that it's going through the object pool. Where is okay? So the mesh is being rendered at runtime. Okay, actually, I don't know what's going on, and I'm too tired to debug this stuff right now. I will just talk to Chris tomorrow. What we're gonna do is we'll just jump over to our yeah. I mean, I'm still learning to work with other people. It's a very working with other programmers has definitely not been quite what I expected. Yeah, they're rendered as two planes. I just can't find the mesh because the mesh is being rendered at runtime. And I don't think I don't think that mesh that's rendered at runtime shows up in the hierarchy. Right, so it's like if I can't see where the mesh is being rendered at runtime, I'm not able to see which material it's being put on. Well, okay, so see what's weird about it is that you would think that the shader is being applied to both of those planes, right? Like both of the planes would have the exact same shader. Actually, you know what? That gave me an idea. Maybe it's in the... It does look like it's only being rendered on one side, so it's very possible that... Because you'll notice that the pink thing is only on one side, so it's very possible that that this is the problem. Let me see if this works. I don't know, but how are you guys feeling about the opaque versus the transparent for the water? Does mesh time render, does runtime generate a mesh still appear? Okay, no, it's not. Hold on, I would just ask Chris, by the way, are both sides of the waterfall mesh being controlled by the waterfall dot shader? Is it being cast as a game object? I don't know. I have no idea how the waterfall mesh render is being worked. Because this is the side detail mesh, right? That's clearly missing. That's clearly this thing, which is missing its side. I think the transparency certainly would look better. Being slightly see-through would translate better for water. But what do we do about that, right? I just don't like... The problem is there's no way. So the way we would have to have the lines show up as blue is I'd have to know what color this blue is. I'd have to know that the blue is being rendered. I'd have to know that the blue is being rendered before I even draw the edges, and then I'd have to draw blue, but... Huh. Oh, that's a good idea. Well, it doesn't. It just shows me I can't actually click on it. Well, I can click on the side detail mesh, which is the side, which is not actually what I want. Front and back of the base waterfall are uncalled faces, so it renders both sides. Yeah, the thing, so Ambriash here, your suggestion, I would have to do a third pass. I could blur the edges, I think. All right, let's uncomment this and go back to transparent. Yeah, so that's the problem, right? It's like we're doing the edge color And it's... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me try something, because that... Maybe my edge detection shader works after all? Because I could test for the blue color. Let me see if this is... Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting. Oh no, wait, never mind. That other side was not opaque. Hold on, I meant to comment out this line. Let me try this again. Actually, I can fix it. No. What we can do is we can simply test to see if it is blue. If it's background... Like, it does look like it knows. So basically what I have, this script, what it does is it replaces the edge color with the color of what's behind it. So this means that it is, because these lines are appearing as blue and not white, it does mean that when I sample background, I am sampling from where the water is. So I simply need to know, how can I tell that this is water? How can I tell that what is here is water? And that works with the glass problem, which I have too. Like, how would I be able to tell that this is water? Can you tell object layer? StuffMat does. That is a good question. So I am drawing it slightly lighter. I don't know if... alpha would work. I don't know if it does alpha blending. Let me see. No, I have. I use the depth and normal texture. Does it work? Wait a minute. No way. There's no way it can be that easy. Yeah, so it's not working. I don't think alpha works. Yeah, I don't think alpha works. Maybe it's because I need to put like, maybe it's like because I need to put that alpha blend thing. Wait, hold on. I did save it on... Oh, God, Windows. Why is this... Hold on a second. I did save this one conversation, which I think might be actually helpful. A favorite. think Renaud Bidar was talking about. Him and Bennett Foddy were talking about it just the other day. Let me find this. So he had a conversation with Bennett Foddy about yes, you can blend alpha separately from color. Did he fix it? Yeah, okay, you know what it is? This one, I think I just need to add this to the edge detections shader. Is this where one puts it? Pass. Gotcha, bummer. I'm also not shader savvy. Oh, hi. Yeah, J user. We're so stuff Matt does because right now the okay. All right, that doesn't work. Well, first let's get rid of that line. So basically, we have water. And this water, the problem with water transparency, and it does look good for water to be a little bit transparent. But the problem we're having with water right now is the same problem that we have with glass, which is that objects that are really far away now. So objects that are close, having it, having it appear as black behind the water, like this isn't really a problem. It's the objects that are far away, they end up appearing as they have much lighter color lines which end up showing through the water quite clearly, like this, which I think looks a little weird. And I'm trying to see if we can do it where we could, oh yeah, and you're right, it is flashing all the time. Yeah, you know what, Ed Riofer was right, it does, yeah, the water mesh keeps flashing. No, I don't want to floor how light they get. I do want the light to get, so stuff Matt does suggested having the edges be alpha blended. Which I thought I was actually already doing. Alpha blending won't fix this? Yeah, it's probably when the object pool gets recycled. Yeah, I'm just gonna let Chris know. I mean, I do have a way... Edge color blend. the thing is, I know that this is the background color. Like, I feel like if I just said if it's blue, then JUser, what do you mean by formula-wise? Like, I think if I know that this is blue, I actually can't get the blue background, right? Because basically, when I turn up the alpha blend, which is the higher it is, it's saying that we're just our lines are going to be whatever color is the original background, right? And in this case, it is working. Like, it does know that blue is underneath it. No. We're it's right. Hold on. Hold on, I think I almost know what we need to do, right? Which is we need to combine the colors, transparency, above blending. I'm just wondering where I can put this line. I think would it be up here? And recognize identifier blend. Hold on. Unity, vertex, fragment, shader. Blend. It has to be in the pass. Okay, but... Oh, you mean it needs to be in the actual line that says, this? Inside subshader, outside CG program. Thank you, David Kilmer. What the fuck? Right, so now it's just blending every move, which is not what we want. It does look crazy cool though. This is a very cool effect. Yeah, this is not what we had in mind. But it does look... I only want to blend on the water. So basically, David, like the problem right now is that, so here's our water, and I don't want that effect. We could sample the color. You know, we could also just sample the color and say if it's like if blue is higher than a certain level, if the surrounding pixels have blue higher than a certain level, we would just occlude it. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me try. So we would basically just grab, let's just grab two colors. Is the water like a totally different shader? Yes. The problem right now is that the edges are being rendered on top of the water, so it actually should be in our edge detection mode, like where if it's water then we don't draw that. So let me have for sum colors equals to color A plus color B and half for, no wait, hold on a second. Colors divided by 2 and float for diff equals to average color minus Oh, fuck. So if it is the same color, we would do... All right, so this. That's the line we want, which is, so we want to do this UV. Hold on. Okay. And if colors are no, wait. If colors are close equals to 0, we would let me see if this works. Right, so basically what we're saying, okay, that's... So like, what we're doing is saying if the surrounding colors are different than the line, we would actually draw the background color. Alright, now our edges are gone. Hold on, RGB. We should just check to see if B is above. If B is above a certain value, we just make it we'll just make it not. We'll just make it draw the background. Okay, so see, look, that's working. Wait, is it? Well, now it's not drawing any edges. color if center color dot B is greater than 0.5. Yeah. So we only do it when it's like, what I want to test is that if it is very, because we do want the lines to show up if they're black, but it's like if those lines behind us are very bright, which I feel like this should be it, right? Because that would be, this is saying that the center color, the blue value of the center color is greater than 0.5, which it usually is when it's, which it has to be if it's white. So this should only return true if it's white. Oh, but this should be 1. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna do this another day. This is used for edges drawn on transparent materials, water, glass, etc. Not currently working. Yeah, no, because the problem for that right now is that it's destroying a bunch of it. It's taking out too much. It's taking out too many of the correct lines. What we should have is ideally what we want, and I saw Ambriel Ashir suggested this, which was to use a second camera to render. But I'm wondering if we can get information about the scene. Like if I can tell, if there's a way that we can figure out that that is water, right, from the depth normal texture, like maybe we can pass on water in its alpha value or something. Because this has to work with glass anyway. So if we can get the alpha value of the background. Oh, here's an idea. So in addition to the depth normals, we know the background color, right? Which I don't think. Now the background color is a float 4, and I wonder if the A, like I wonder if we set the material alpha, that value is going to get passed on to the shader. Because if it does, what we can do is everything that's transparent, we would just set the alpha value of that to 0.5. And then in my screen space edge detection shader, I can get that alpha value. And then it's like, if I know something is 0.5, I know that's got to be a transparent object. That's got to be either glass or yeah, but I don't know if I can get the material ID from the screen space edge detection shader. That's what I mean. You know, because like right now I only have like the pixel, the values on the screen. Oh, but that changes the way it looks. Damn it. Yeah. Hey, I'm Deck. How's it going? My deck. Alright, so like I know this glass is transparent. Except this looks fine. Fuck. Like what else could I... How else could I... Aren't the shaders the only thing that care about the material ID? So you should be able to get it. Hey, Huddy1120, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. We are trying to do some stuff with shaders. Its biggest setback is the difficulty of handling transparent alpha blended materials. Oh. Does it look like we'd have to do multi-pass? Yeah, see, ideally we want the water to look like this. Clear the stencil buffer. Then create the law buffer to black using stencil's mask. Perform light accumulation before using the... alpha blending. See, this would look good. The repeated light accumulation pass, but we probably don't need to do that. My windows are semi-transparent. They just kind of make things a little bit darker, but the thing is we want... Like if I know, right, if I know that we are looking at water, what we can do is, right, because it's really just this is what we want to avoid. Because I do want these. See, this is the right colors for these edges. It's more that when those edges are now with the blue background that it looks really off. So what we do want is that if I know that we're looking at water and what's behind it, that these edges would now, behind the water, be slightly blue and not be rendered, or we would actually just not see that, maybe. No, it'd be good to have it just slightly blended with the blue, so it doesn't look like it's... Yeah. So the way I was doing it before was I was saying like, hey, you know, if the surrounding pixels are bluish, then you know, maybe we should blend this light a bit. But I was setting the blend mode and not the alpha blend mode. Is that... I was setting... What was I setting? I was Unity blend mode. See, everybody tells you to write this. But when we did that, that was what's giving us the crazy weird... Let me see. So blend SRC factor, DST factor, and let's see if this works, huh? Huh, okay. Nope. I had invalid values. What the fuck kind of answer is this? Oh, I see. Value of 1, okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna need to spend some more time on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and block this out. I do wonder if... Alright. Okay, that's not working. Alright, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this another day. I'll do some more research on my own so that the stream isn't just me Googling stuff. Let me just make sure that we have our shader back to where it was before. Okay, yeah. You're right, because I think if we can have this, right, like, if we could just have whatever lines are being drawn. Maybe let me just actually, you know what? Let's try this one thing that David wrote. This will be our last one, and then because I think I just need to actually figure out. Is that working? No, it's giving us the same, it's giving us the same blending thing with just like this giant white patch in the middle. What the? Oh my god! Alright, that didn't work. We just got like eaten alive back there, so that did not work. Thank you for your effort, David. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, that was Fez. Alright, we'll come back to this one. We'll come back to this one. Right, let's go look at our runtime editor, which is what David worked on today. Save. Yep, that's game over. Oh, by the way, so tomorrow we are going to be talking to Matthew Yeager about Aerobat. So on Fridays we do the Airboat. No, Aerobat. On Friday we do like a game design critique if you're new, and where we talk to the developer about a work in progress game and talk about their influences, their inspirations, and some of the design topics. Yeah, so it's game design critique. That'll be tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And of course, if you're new and you're enjoying the stream, you should follow. We do game development stream here every weeknight. Yes, yeah. If you have questions about clouds, Matthew is the guy to talk to. So let me just see what David's latest updates are. So he says he's got cube naming convention fixed. Oh, okay. So now they're named Cube 1, Cube 2. Right. He said he's got Okay, so it's still the rendering gets kind of weird. Okay, so yeah, that's a little weird. All right, so anyway, you can't switch between geometry and top level mode right now. Oh, but you are able to do Control Z, so you can undo and redo, which is nice. So we might actually be working with ProBuilder very closely on there, because apparently they also have like a Unity inside Unity system. Right. Yeah. So it seems every time you go into geometry mode, this whole thing gets destroyed, which is a bit problematic. Yeah, if you switch between top level and geometry mode, the whole thing gets messed up and then switches into, and then it also gets moved to the center, so that's still broken. But yeah, so I guess our level editor is broken, and our water is broken, and our edge detection shader is also broken. So what else is new? What else is new? Everything is broken, and game development is hard. That should be a t-shirt. Everything is broken and game development is hard. But anyway, the stream is almost over, but I do want to kind of show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on with yeah, the shader blender link that Medek posted to earlier. Someone mind sharing the link that Medek posted? I think It was like, I guess it was the first Google search result. Anyway, but yeah, so a few things. One, I'll just kind of go over. So I'm working with this orthographic mode. Now, what we're doing with the screenshot, so there is a screenshot code. This is actually pretty simple. I guess it doesn't work for web player. I just found it online, but you can do Unity has like a screenshot. So what it does is it saves the year, the month, the date, the hour, the minute, and the second. And I just hit K, and this happens. And this is actually incredibly useful. I've been taking screenshots like whenever, and over the course of the project, I now have this like 10 gigabyte folder full of screenshots. And yesterday's stream, I kind of like went over some of them. But what I want to do eventually, when the game is about to come out, is take all the screenshots and just make like a 5-minute video, and it would just be time lapse going through the entire project. I think that would be very, very interesting to see. Zigal Nash also just posted a thing about blend mode. Oh yeah, this one. Alright, I guess there is a lot that you can do. I think because actually what we're looking for is like not GL0. Our source color. What we want is the source color. I know what we want is the destination color. We want something like this. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out when I'm a little more awake. Right. So we'll go into our game view. So first, actually, what we want to do is switch back into orthographic. So yeah, so most of today I like took a whole bunch of screenshots, and then I realized I had the sample distance set at 1, and it actually makes it a lot thicker, which actually is not really great for this level because you lose a ton of the details in the stairs. You lose a lot of the details, but then like, and for some reason I thought 1 was the thinnest you could get, but then I realized you can actually go into 0.5, and that actually shows a lot more. So toggle no clip, toggle HUD. You know what, we don't need this many objects, so let's set the world manager. Let's just set this to 2, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, so this is what I got to, and then basically what I was trying to do is, so you'll notice there's a lot of artifacts. Unfortunately, this has to do more with the, I don't think it's so we did come up with a way to get rid of shader artifacts, but I think that was actually due to, Ah. There are no shadows. Not right now here. Hold on. Yeah, so we're still trying to figure out what the... there are shadows, we did that. I think the shadows look really great there, but I haven't found a good way to get rid of these artifacts. I actually am not sure if it's possible after all. I think it has something to do with the way we're eventually we'll get it. I always feel kind of sad watching you start happy and then not be able to do what you wanted. That is the story of game development. But yeah, and like David Kilmer says, eventually we do get everything. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not really sure how to get rid of these yeah, I mean, we're almost there. Are the artifacts due to gaps in the mesh builder? They are... They're not. I'm not too sure why it happens in the... actually, we can zoom in and take a look. All right, we need a... Yeah, it's so that's what's going on there, but it's not our... Unfortunately, it doesn't... Red 8, we actually did a slight blurb pass, which is what we did last time, but it's not... This is not what we're doing now. Yeah, I guess I do get distracted easily, but it's usually being distracted by everything that's going on in the game. And, yeah, I get frustrated easily, too. We actually did a slight blur pass. The thing is... the thing is, it's actually really not worth it to work on it here, because we don't have artifacts in the perspective mode anymore. This is just an orthographic, which is to make these cool images. So this is the only case where we're getting these, where we're having these problems. Well, what the... And you can see here, we should be able to show you what the normals look like. Yeah, so it definitely looks like it's an issue with the yeah, it has something to do with the normals, but I think this is actually more due to the way it's yeah, 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 it is an issue with the normals. Unfortunately, this is not something that we'd be able to fix. It's a little bit too big. Though I'm curious why this is happening. Right, it's because the normals are acting weird that we are getting... Yeah, in depth it's fine. I'm like totally confused as to why the normals are being rendered like this. Yeah, I think it has something to do with this projection where the where normals are getting screwed up, and I have no idea why. So this is actually a little bit beyond the scope. Like, I don't... Why? What is this? Like, what is up with this? Yeah, I think, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I wonder if it has to do... We could fix it by... Aha! It's our, fucking A. So we can fix it by our far normals. Near and far. Right. Oh, but we need the far. This looks really cool, by the way. That looks really cool. Ah, fuck. We lost it when we tried to move away. Oh, so why is this all of a sudden upside down now? I don't know. Huh, that looks very cool. Everything is just as far. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing around with this tonight. If yeah, that looks like it's actually just a problem. That actually does that looks legitimately like it's outside of the scope of our edge detection shader. I don't think I can accommodate for that big of a difference in the normals. Unfortunately, I think it has more to do with the yeah, because I think if we lower the far, yeah, you can see it all goes away, or much of it does, until we're just seeing depth. Oh, okay. We fixed it. Yeah, unfortunately, that seems to be when we are having... this looks really cool. It does look like, unfortunately, it's just due to when we have very far... When the far viewing distance gets to be too big, the normals start to get screwed up. Yeah, there's no... So... That's weird. I don't know why that happens. Maybe it's a floating point thing. It's like when you're out over at 5,000. But anyway. Anyway, it's 10 p.m. now, so I need to do... Actually, we need to do a sound check with Matthew Yeager in preparation for tomorrow's stream. So I'm gonna end the stream now and do that. But thank you all, everyone who stopped by. I think today was one of those, well, it's pretty typical, but where everything was broken and game development is hard days, which is every day. Yeah, I'll try making some. Yeah, I'll make the near plane further as well. I'll play with that stuff tonight and then report back to you guys tomorrow. But yeah, thanks so much for coming by. If you're new and you like the stream, you should follow. David Lasky will also be streaming. He's the guy who's doing programming. So which should be fun too. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. And also, just a reminder, starting next Tuesday, next week, the schedule is going to be the same every day except Tuesday. I'm going to start streaming in the afternoon instead. All right.